Evet sevgili arkadaşlar, merhabalar. Evet, bu haftanın 3. ders saatini işliyoruz şimdi sizlerle. Birlikte kaldığımız yerden devam edeceğiz, anlaştık mı? Evet, bakalım şimdilik. Evet, hatırlarsanız bir önceki dersimizde International Tourism USA konusuna başladık. Bu ünitede bu okuma parçasını okuduk. Bu resimlerin nereleri olduğunu bulduk. Bir de 3 numaralı alıştırmamızı yaptık. Şimdi alıştırmalarımıza devam ediyoruz. Evet, bu 4 numaralı alıştırmayı da bir önceki dersimizde okuduğumuz bu metne göre yapacağız arkadaşlar. Okay, we are going to match the activities to the places where people can do them, according to the text we read in the previous lesson. Okay, 1. See beautiful colors in autumn. Where can we do that? See beautiful colors in autumn. Where we can see them in New England, New England. 2, listen to indie rock bands. Listen to indie rock bands. Where can we listen to indie rock bands? Boston, right? F, Boston. 3, see grizzly bears and mountain lions. Well, where can we see them? Well, I personally don't want to see them live, face to face, but where can you see them if you want to? The Rocky Mountains, yes, Rocky Mountains. And where can you spot VIPs? What does it mean? Very important person. Where can you spot very important people? In Hollywood, right? B, in Hollywood. And 5, go surfing. Where can you go surfing in USA? Where can you go surfing? The Big Sur, that is H, right? And celebrate the annual Mardi Gras festival, carnival, sorry. Where can you celebrate this carnival? It is A, New Orleans. It is written there. They made it for us, New Orleans. And where can you see lots of alligators? Where can you see lots of alligators? The Everglades National Park. Yes, in Everglades National Park, you can see lots of alligators. And where can you experience Latin American nightlife? Latin American nightlife in Miami, right? Okay. Well, exercise 5. We have a conversation here. A conversation between a travel agent and a customer about the travel. This travel agent gives advice to the customer about USA, and we are going to complete the empty space, missing information. First, we are going to listen to it, then we are going to do it ourselves again, okay? All right, let's listen to it.
Unit 9, Exercise 5.
I just want to go through all the things you need to do before you leave for the USA.
Sure, no problem.
First, you have to check your passport is valid for at least 6 months after you plan to return home.
Yes, it is. Do I have to apply for a visa too?
No, you don't. There's a visa waiver program for all UK or EC passports, but you have to apply through ESTA, Electronic System for Travel Authorization to the USA, online at least 72 hours before your departure.
How long can I stay in the USA with this program?
You can stay for up to 90 days.
Okay. What about security at the airport?
Security is very tight for all US travel, so you should arrive at the airport at least 3 hours before your departure time.
Do I need medical insurance?
Well, you don't have to be immunized against any diseases, but it's a good idea to get comprehensive travel insurance.
Right. How about money?
The currency is dollars, but you don't need to take out money in advance because you can use credit cards and cash point machines, which Americans call ATMs.
Okay. Thanks for all your help and advice.
Yes, we have listened, and now we are going to do it ourselves, okay? Well, travel agents say, I just want to go through all the things you need to do before you leave for the USA. Tourist replies, sure, no problem. And travel agent says, first you have to check your passport. They did the first one for us. Check your passport is valid for at least how many months after you plan to return home? 6 months after you plan to return home. Yes, you have to check your passport is valid for at least 6 months after you plan to return home. Yes, it is. Do I have to apply for a blah blah too? Do I have to apply for a visa too? No, you don't. There is a visa waiver program for all UK or EC passports, but you have to apply through ESTA, Electronic System for Travel Authorization to the USA, online at least blah blah hours before your departure. How many hours before your departure? 72 hours, right? You have to apply for this program 72 hours before departure. How long can I stay in the USA with this program? You can stay for up to how many days was it? Do you remember? 90 days. You can stay for up to 90 days with this program. Okay. What about security at the airport? Security is very tight for all US travel, so you should arrive at the airport at least blah blah hours before your departure time. How many hours before the departure time? You should arrive at the airport at least 3 hours before your departure time, right? 3 hours. Do I need blah blah? Well, you don't have to be immunized against any diseases, but it's a good idea to get comprehensive travel insurance. So, what does he ask here? Do I need medical insurance? Well, you don't have to be immunized against any diseases, but it's a good idea to get comprehensive travel insurance. Right, how about money? The blah blah is dollars. What is dollars? The currency they use there, right? The currency is dollars. But you don't need to take out money in advance because you can use credit cards and cash point machines, which Americans call ATMs. Okay. Thanks for all your help and advice. Evet, bunu bitirdik arkadaşlar. Pekala, burayı geçiyorum. Ve yeni bir okuma parçam var. Bunu okuduktan sonra burada metinle ilgili true false sorularımız var arkadaşlar. Bunlara cevap vereceğiz true false şeklinde. Ondan sonra burada da aşağıda cümleleri doğru opsiyonunu bularak dolduracağız. Anlaştık mı? Evet. Şimdi it's a text about New York City. Okay. First, let's read it, then do the exercises together. New York is the largest and most important American city, but it is not the capital of the USA. The smallest of its 5 boroughs, Manhattan, is where most tourists tend to hang out. The skyline is filled with skyscrapers, like the Empire State Building, and the names of its neighborhoods reflect its cultural diversity. Chinatown, Little Italy, Spanish, and Black Harlem. It's home to the US's financial heart, Wall Street, to the world-famous Metropolitan Museum of Art, to Broadway, the center of entertainment, to the iconic Times Square, and to the fashionistas' favorite street, Fifth Avenue. The Bronx is New York's most northerly borough and was once considered the poorest and the most dangerous. Today, tourists go to visit the New York Yankees baseball stadium, the New York Botanical Garden, the Bronx Zoo, and to see fine examples of Art Deco architecture. Brooklyn is the most industrialized borough and has the largest population. It is connected to Manhattan via the famous Brooklyn Bridge. It is also home to the Brooklyn Botanic Gardens, Jamaica Bay Wildlife Refuge, and the Coney Island Amusement Park you often see in old American films. Queens, situated on the east of the city, is the largest borough. It has two airports, JFK and LaGuardia, and several important film studios. It is also New York's sporting center, home to the New York Mets baseball team, the US Open annual tennis tournament, and the Aqueduct racetrack. It is the most ethnically varied borough, which is evident in the restaurants and travel agencies from various nations in the area. The least populated and most rural borough is Staten Island. It is connected to Manhattan via the Staten Island Ferry and to Brooklyn by a bridge. People go hiking or camping there to escape urban life, and there is also a zoo and botanical gardens. Finally, it is difficult to imagine New York without the symbolic Statue of Liberty, a gift of friendship from France to the USA. On Liberty Island in New York's port, it's technically part of the nearby state of New Jersey. Evet, arkadaşlar. We have read the text, and now we are going to decide if the below statements are true or false according to the text, okay? 1. The Empire State Building is in Manhattan. Is it true or false? Let's take a look. Yes, it is true. 2. Broadway is the financial heart of New York. Broadway is the financial heart of New York. Is it true or false? Well, it's false, right? Wall Street is the financial heart of New York. Broadway is the entertainment heart. Well, 3. The Bronx was once considered the richest and safest borough in New York. Is it true or false? It is false, just the opposite. It was once considered as the poorest and most dangerous. Well, 4. The Brooklyn Bridge connects Brooklyn to Queens. The Brooklyn Bridge connects Brooklyn to Queens. Well, it is wrong. Brooklyn Bridge connects Manhattan to Brooklyn. Well, 5. There is an amusement park on Coney Island, which you often see in old American films. Amusement park on Coney Island. Is it true? Well, yes, it is true. There is an amusement park, and we can often see them in old American movies. 6. The borough of Queens hosts the US Open tennis tournament every year. The borough of Queens. It is true, right? Well, it is New York Sporting Center, Queens. And let's see, number 7, the smallest borough of New York is an island. the smallest row? Well, it is true. It is Staten Island. And the final one, 8. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the UK to the USA. Is it true? Do you remember? It is a gift, but is it from UK or somewhere else? Well, this is wrong. It is not a gift from the UK. It was a gift from France to the USA. Okay, let's move on to exercise 11. I'll skip the 10th exercise. Well, we are going to complete the sentences with the correct options, okay? 1. New York is divided into 5 boroughs or neighborhoods, the smallest of which is Manhattan. Evet. Arkadaşlar, borough and neighborhood kelimeleri ne demek oluyor? Borough dediğimiz şey ilçe demek arkadaşlar. Neighborhood da mahalle anlamına geliyor. New York 5 tane ilçeye bölünmüştür. Bunların en küçüğü de Manhattan'dır. Yani borough doğru kelime. 2. The Empire State Building is the iconic sporting center or skyscraper which attracts millions of visitors. Empire State Building is a skyscraper, right? Is the iconic skyscraper which attracts millions of visitors. Evet, skyscraper ne demekti? Gökdelen demek, değil mi arkadaşlar? 3. In old American films, you can often see the famous Coney Island amusement park or stadium. Which one? Amusement park, right? Coney Island amusement park. 4. Many people, just people from different cultures and nationalities, live in the different boroughs or neighborhoods of Manhattan. Okay, which one is it? It is neighborhoods, right? Manhattan itself is a borough, and it has different neighborhoods. Okay? Yani Manhattan'ın kendi bir ilçe olduğu için onun mahallelerinde yaşayan pek çok farklı kültür ve milletler var. Yani Manhattan'ın farklı ilçeleri olan, Manhattan'ın kendisi bir ilçe çünkü. Onun mahalleleri var. 5. Many Americans enjoy going to the botanical gardens or racetrack in the borough of Queens to see horse and dog racing. Evet. Where do you go if you want to see a race? You don't go to a botanical garden, you go to a racetrack, right? And 6. With its art galleries, huge department stores, and international restaurants, Manhattan is the best place to hang out or go hiking in New York. Well, I think it's pretty easy, right? You don't go hiking in New York, Manhattan. You hang out in Manhattan. You visit art galleries, huge department stores, and international restaurants. It will be hang out. Okay. We have completed these exercises according to this reading text. And now we have a listening exercise, but we are going to do it in our next lesson because we are almost out of time. Okay? Well, and then we will move on to Unit 10. Okay. Evet arkadaşlar, süremiz neredeyse dolmak üzere olduğundan bir sonraki alıştırmaya şu anda başlamayacağım. Bir sonraki ders saatimde başlayacağım ve sonra da devam edeceğiz. Yeni ünitelere devam edeceğiz hep birlikte. Evet, o zaman arkadaşlar bir sonraki ders saatinde görüşünceye kadar kendinize çok iyi bakıyorsunuz. Anlaştık mı? O zaman hoşça kalın.